Good morning, everyone. Today is Mark chapter 11. Now, when they drew near Jerusalem to Bethphage and Bethany at the Mount of Olives, he sent two of his disciples, and he said to them, "Go into the village opposite you, and as soon as you have entered it, you will find a colt tied, on which no one has sat. Loose it and bring it. And if anyone says to you, 'Why are you doing this?' say, 'The Lord has need of it,' and immediately he will send it here." So they went their way and found the colt tied by the door outside on the street, and they loosed it. But some of those who stood there said to them, "What are you doing, loosing the colt?" And they spoke to them just as Jesus has commanded, so they let them go. Then they brought the colt to Jesus and threw their clothes on it, and he sat on it. And many spread their clothes on the road, and others cut down leafy branches from the trees and spread them on the road. Then those who went before and those who follow cry out, saying, "Hosanna! Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Blessed is the kingdom of our father David that comes in the name of the Lord. Hosanna in the highest." And Jesus went into Jerusalem and into the temple. So when he had looked around at all things, as the hour was already late, he went out to Bethany with the 12. Now, the next day, when they had come out from Bethany, he was hungry. And seeing from afar a fig tree having leaves, he went to see if perhaps he would find something on it. When he came to it, he found nothing but leaves, for it was not the season for figs. In response, Jesus said to it, "Let no one eat fruit from you ever again." And his disciples heard it. So they came to Jerusalem. Then Jesus went into the temple and began to drive out those who bought and sold in the temple, and overturned the table of the money changers and the seat of those who sold doves. And he would not allow anyone to carry where through the temple. Then he taught, saying to them, "Is it not written, 'My house shall be called the house of prayer for all nations'? But you have made it a den of thieves." And the scribe and chief priest heard it and sought how they might destroy him, for they feared him, because all the people were astonished at his teaching. When evening had come, he went out of the city. Now, in the morning, as they passed by, they saw a fig tree dried up from the roots. And Peter, remembering, said to him, "Rabbi, look, the fig tree which you cursed has withered away." So Jesus answered and said to them, "Have faith in God, for assuredly I say to you, whoever says to this mountain, 'Be removed and be cast into the sea,' and does not doubt in his heart, but believes that those things he says will be done, he will have whatever he says. Therefore I say to you, whatever things you ask when you pray, believe that you receive them and you will have them. And whenever you stand praying, if you have anything against anyone, forgive him, that your Father in heaven may also forgive you your trespasses. But if you do not forgive, neither will your Father in heaven forgive your trespasses. Then they came again to Jerusalem, and as he was walking in the temple, the chief priests, the scribes, and the elders came to him, and they said to him, by what authority are you doing these things? And who gave you this authority to do these things? But Jesus answered and said to them, I also will ask you one question, then answer me, and I will tell you by what authority I do these things. But the baptism of John, was it from heaven or from man? Answer me. And they reasoned among themselves, saying, if we say from heaven, he will say, why then did you not believe him? But if we say from man, they fear the people, for all count John to have been a prophet indeed. So they answered and said to Jesus, we do not know. And Jesus answered and said to them, neither will I tell you by what authority I do these things. So today we read Mark chapter 11. So this is very well-known story for you and me, but when you meditate it deeper, you can find some unique perspective. So Jesus, he entered Jerusalem. When you read Mark 11, how many times? First time he entered Jerusalem with the people, people cried out, Hosanna, Hosanna, right? And then he came out. So that is verse 12. The next day is there, verse 12. Next day. And when he was looking for the fig tree, he couldn't find. This is one also uh, very powerful message because when you think about this timeline, it was before Passover. That means like around February to January, February, March, like around that time. That's not the season for the fruit. But here, the fig already has leaves. Means the fig tree usually depend on the what kind of species it is, but fig tree usually have fruit first, then leaf. But the leaf is already there, means the fig tree is ahead of season. Interesting, right? So this fig tree is kind of figure of Jerusalem, the God's people. They they cover themselves with leaves, like how Adam and Eve covered themselves with the leaves of fig. Same, there's no fruit, only leaves. So when Jesus went under the tree and when he was looking for fruit, nothing there. So he cursed that tree. So this is a symbolic, metaphor about how the Jerusalem looked like. They have no fruit, only leaves. They look like, they had fruit, but they are ahead of season. And again, he entered the temple again, and what he did is that he cleansed the temple. He cast all the merchants out, and the scribes and law teachers and Pharisees, they came back again and challenged him that what authority. Then when here, then they came to again to Jerusalem, and he was walking in the temple. Chief priest and scribe asked again, what authority? Why they are doing like this? It is not question. The main argument is not about who is greater or who has the power, but about the fruit. But the Jewish leaders, they questioned Jesus again. What authority? Who gave you this authority? Yeah. So Jesus entered Jerusalem 3 times. 3 times enter. And he always taught people what is the main, you know, idea of our salvation. He's looking for the fruit, but they cover with all useless leaves. Then, like when God, you know, called Adam, 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 where are you? And when Adam said, we hide from you because we are naked. When I read this story, I felt that Jesus is coming, you know, Jesus is calling his people and coming again to call them and coming again to tell them, let them know they are naked and they need his righteousness. How you think? So I hope you enjoy this meditation and please read again. And like the fig tree, you know, we shouldn't be, ahead of the season. We need fruit. That is Jesus Christ. We need Jesus Christ so that we have life. We are not looking for the authority that, okay, I have power. Like, no, we need Jesus. Amen. So have wonderful day and may God bless you all.